Hello. Happy New Year. God's day, y'all. My refined ones. We've made it to 2024. This is the prequel of my first official episode because of the devotional I read from Tony Evans this morning. I wrote it down. It said, God has given me the opportunity to be defined by the rest of my life, not the earlier chapters of it. Whew! If that wasn't a slap in the face, I don't know what is. So, with that being said, I've been having some trouble trying to focus, and I had COVID, so I was out for a whole week of the 2 weeks that I took off from Christmas. But anyway, I've had to revamp, and this is got me focused now. It got me headed. God put this in my spirit when I was like, oh my God, this is directly aimed to me, and that's something else. It's no such thing as coincidences. When you see something or somebody mentions something that lines up with what you've been thinking or way you've been feeling, that's God. Not a coincidence. There's no such thing as coincidences. Guidances, but not coincidence. So I'm having to take the show in a different direction. Instead of going through my life chronologically, I'm going to start over and go back and talk about my life over again in the second season, but with tips that I've learned over the years that could possibly help somebody else out who's in that situation. Because this is about learning to be. God don't use, is no such thing as a perfect Christian. Nobody was perfect who walked this earth but Jesus Christ himself. So there's no such thing as a perfect person, a perfect Christian. We can be perfect. We can strive to be perfect, but it's no such thing. A perfect Christian does not exist. Never been born. It's just not realistic. Jesus Christ is the only person born like a man, but was perfect because he was sinless. He never sinned, never lied, never stole, never had a bad thought. Did he want to do everything he went through? No. He was man. So of course he doubted. He had doubts. He in his prayer before his crucifixion, he even said, God, if it's your will, hoping that he wouldn't have to go through it for all us, our hard heads, but it's like, no, that wasn't his fate. That's why he came here. He came here to be our sacrificial lamb. Yep. Jesus died for all mankind. Yeah. So, with that being said, I'm going to go back over the episodes that I did before, and then I'll add tidbits that I've learned over the years that can help somebody out, not relive that situation. Plus, I left some things out of the certain age groups I was that I need to put in. I've thought about them later. So I'm going to go through my life and write down everything that happened to me at certain times in my life. That way I won't have to keep backtracking. But this year is my year of more. I want everybody to claim it, refined ones. Come on. My year of more. Our year of more. More money, more opportunities, more, if you need a job, more jobs, more business. Because I want to be I want to do a TED Talk speech based on my life. So, because Lord knows, I've had a life. It's been a life worth living. But I give all thanks to God. Thanks to God. Thank you for keeping me here for such a time as this. And this is the reason that God saved me. I finally, because I started a podcast back in 2018, I think, that I was doing based on different things. It was different than what I was doing, Reeds being refined by the fires, but it was Reeds, the realities of Ree, but which was a version of Reeds being refined by the fires. But God has put it on my spirit and in my heart, and for me to have read that this morning in Tony Evans' devotional. Okay, Lord, I hear you. I got it. Sometimes it takes me a little while. I'm a little slow, but not. But I have it. That's confirmation enough. So I know now what direction I should be moving in. I should tell my stories, but give tidbits to help somebody else out who's going through a similar situation like that, to help them out. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. Also, on my new podcast, it's actually going to be a podcast now. My husband has moved all of my videos over to the podcast section. And I'm going to have my intro music. It's going to be by my cousin, Kathy, the renowned world-traveling gospel singer. And she's going to let me use her song, Amazing Grace. Amazing. AMAZIN apostrophe. Her way of being fly. She's going to let me use that for free. Membership. Family membership has its privileges. Like our pastor at our old church, Pastor Franklin Avenue Baptist Church, Pastor Fred Luter Jr., he used to say membership has its privileges, meaning at the church, because they used to have a lot of outreaches and stuff and functions that members could get tickets first or have free admission or whatever. But he used to say membership has its privileges. But family membership has its privileges even more. Thank you, Kathy. Love you, girl. But also, she's the cousin. If you go back to my God of a Second Chance video that I give my full testimonial story, she's the one with Joanna Aquani. She's the cousin. She's that Kathy that got my grandmother, who is her aunt. My grandmother and her dad were brother and sister. Her dad, I think, was the oldest of my grandmother and her siblings. But she got my late 80-year-old grandmother on a plane for the first time to come see about me. So that just goes to show how special I am. I'm a chosen one. Chosen. I'm meant to be here for a time like such as this. And God is showing me step by step. He didn't lay out the whole plan. He just said, okay, I want you to get on. I want you to do. No, he didn't say, he gave me the idea to tell my story. And I was like, okay. So that was in 2018 when I came out. But I got spooked because I got contacted by an old friend's husband. And he was asking about her and letting me know that he had been listening to our conversations, and that spooked me. So I hurry up and shut that out. Well, no. And then not only that, but my husband, come to find out, he was mad at me thinking I had gave his phone number out because that guy my friend's husband contacted him by text on his phone. And he was like, I don't appreciate you giving up my number. I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't ever give your phone number out to anybody. And he's like, well, who is blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, she never had your phone number. So her husband obviously did some digging and found his number on his own, because I never gave her his number. So she didn't have it to give because I never gave it to her, because I know how my husband is. He's a very private person. He don't even like being on my podcast that often. It took me, I'm surprised he agreed to being on camera. And you see how he popped in and popped right back out for the interview I had with Miss Joanna Aquani. He is not a camera person. He's behind the scenes. He's a real private person. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's just him. But he don't like the limelight. He's a behind the scenes person. He's a webmaster. He uploads all of my videos for me, and everything I need to, like, he'll be adding Kathy's song Amazing Grace as my intro music. And thanks again, Kathy. And I'm still on the search for my outro music for my podcast. It's a song that I have in mind that I really like. Another song from Life Songs that I like to use, but I'm still trying to get in touch with the artist to get permission, because that's a whole nother area, getting rights to play that music on a podcast. So we'll see. And if I can't get it, I'll just have to buy something else. But sister is broke. Christmas, then we're trying to go on vacation for Mardi Gras, trying to get out of town. So that's gonna have to wait. So I may just end up playing Amazing Grace for the intro as well as the outro music, but at least I have the intro music. She had told me last season that I could use it, but I never got back with it because I want her to be my interview. She'll be my interview next month, but at the end of this month, the last Wednesday, it'll be my friend Teresa and her husband Aaron DeGrew as my special guests. So I'll be recording their video soon, and you guys can look out for that on the last Wednesday of this month. I forget the date. It's the 20-something. But anyway, also Life Songs, since they gifted me my day sponsor and gave me that ad for free, I decided to return the favor. And they're now my sponsor, as I'm trying to get them more Christian. I'm trying to expand their listenership because they're here locally. And I've volunteered there several times over the years, since I think 2014. Zon was I think 4. And they're our favorite station here. Me and Zon, we jam into the music, rocking out. And I love them. Thank you guys again for my gift, and I'm gifting you my first sponsorship. For you I'm giving back. So it's best if somebody gives you something, let that be a lesson. Don't just let somebody keep giving and giving and giving. When you have I have a platform where I could get them more listeners. People who never heard of Life Songs, don't know they station exists down here in New Orleans, because it's a little station. It's a little station on the New Orleans Baptist Theological Seminary campus. So not many people know about it, but I figure we could partner up and I can get them possibly even more listeners, because now they're online too. So check them out at www.lifesongs.com and check out their their music. And Josh Millsap is their morning DJ. I love him. Me and Zon listen to him, and he always has these little tidbits. He gives these tips, and it's funny because what he went to college for that's his background. So he gives us little known, unknown facts that's actually like trivia, and it's fun to listen to him. He's a real fun guy. But so you guys be sure to check out www.lifesongs.com. It's no excuse for you not to listen to them. Also, they're on not sure, some of the other I'm not sure if they're on. I know they're on the internet for sure, definitely. So check them out on the internet, since you can't get them, since you're not within the range here to get them. But yeah, so they're gonna be my sponsor. I'm giving back, since I have a platform and I can use my platform to help them expand their listenership. Yeah, so support them. And as I described in the ad that they gave me, the excerpt that I let you that's on the site for you to listen to, I put in there how I have been volunteering up there for years. We donate, the family donates, and me and Alex are now crew members, their newest membership level, and it's $50 a month, but we started off at $30 a month, $1 a day. But it's $30 a month, and even Zon Michelle gives out of her little money that she gets. So but please, whether you donate or not, because they have a lot of people that don't listen, but by all means, if you can, every little bit helps. You don't have to even commit to doing a monthly. You could give a flat donation. Just like, okay, I want to give $20. And that'll be it. They'll send you an envelope for you to send back your credit card information, or your bank account information for you could do a flat donation. You don't have to be, if you don't want to be on the monthly membership. But Life Songs has had a great impact on my life. So I'm telling you, once you start giving, and the DJs up there had the same story. Everybody who works there has the same story. They didn't start off at no high level. Everybody started off maybe $10 a month, $15, $20, and then they worked their way up. And then you give what you want. Like I said, and if you can only give a flat donation, they accept flat donations too. So don't be intimidated when they have their share-a-thons and everybody else is calling in being crew members and team members, because that's the majority. And we're the ones who primarily carry the station, along with the other financial donors who give the big money, the matches. And but every little bit helps. So don't think any amount like it's not gonna make a difference. $5 flat makes a difference. That's $5 more than they had before. Call it in. And don't be ashamed. Everybody got to start somewhere. But as you continue listening, pray on it. And maybe God will open it up to where you can do $10 the next year. And then next year, maybe 15. And maybe the next year, you can become a team member. And it'll be double, 30 a month. Instead of just a flat donation. Or if not, you do 30 flat. Baby steps. Baby steps. Yep. So, whatever you can do. But check them out. I love their station. They play contemporary gospel music. And Actually, now I'm been talking to the lady that handles the new artists, because since Kathy is letting me use her song for free, I'm trying to use my connections to help her out. So that's something else. Use your connections. Don't leave somebody stuck. If you know somebody who could help somebody else out, and somebody didn't help you out, they shouldn't have to ask you. If you have it in your power, you know you can help them. Help them. So, I don't want to say her name, but she's checking out Kathy's catalog of music, because she's been singing for years, since she was a teenager. So, a little girl, and she plays the piano, and she's really good. Really good. So, yep. So, use your connections. We all interconnected anyway. And that's what life is about. People helping people. God ain't coming down out the sky no more. Them days over. Over. Now he uses us, his creations, to help people. He's like, okay, I'm going to give this person this and this person that. And he ain't going to necessarily put y'all together. But if y'all can get together and you can connect some kind of way and help each other out, he's sitting up there like, good job. He uses people. We're his hands and feet down. He ain't coming down out the sky no more. Till he comes down. Jesus comes down to get us. But God is not coming down. Those days are long gone. He uses us, people, to help other people. Like I said in my interview with God of a Second Chance. Because this is my second chance. And I'm making the best of it by giving back to God, by telling my stories and giving advice on the stuff that I've learned on how to handle it, so it could possibly help somebody else out. Because it's not going to do me any good to die with all that knowledge in my head when I could give it back. So, yeah. So this is the prequel to my first episode. But like I say, my husband has already moved all the episodes from the video side to the podcast on YouTube, and of course on my channel, Refined by the Fires. They're all listed on the podcast. And I'm thinking about possibly to get my numbers up so more people will be aware of my podcast, to actually join a podcast site. Because that'll help my numbers go up. Because Lord knows I need as many viewers as possible so I can start being monetized. Because you have to have so many downloads in order to be monetized. And I'm happy for what I have. Don't get me wrong. But I need a lot more. I'm still in the low 2 digits. And that's not going to get me anything. So I need thousands of subscribers, thousands of downloads, and in order to start making some money off of my gift. Because your gift will make room for you. Yep. It's not always in our time, but it will eventually. Because this is 13 years later. I had my daughter 13 years ago on December 8th. No, December 1st. And today is January 9th, but it'll be uploaded for the 10th. So, but God is an on-time God. So whenever he makes it happen, he'll make it happen. Like, I need money. I need money to buy shirts and other materials for my guests and my other refined ones to start buying. But that takes time. And I'm patient. I'm so thankful to have a successful season with 20 episodes under my belt. My 17 and my 3 guests episodes, as well as a commercial on Life Songs. So I had a great year. But you know what? 2024 is going to be my year of more. I'm claiming it. You hear me, God? Claiming it. Because I've got lots of gifts and ideas that I want to do, but I need money to do that with. And moolah. I can't just walk in there and bat my eyelashes and smile pretty. No. Nope. So, but yeah. Hard work pays off. Always. When you're dealing with the right people. I should say that. Because a lot of people ain't living right. And you can get really screwed around by the wrong people. Right company means everything. Yep. So keep that in mind. Yep. So know that God is alive and active. And he knows what we need, not want, at all times. Not sometimes, all the time. Because he sees everything. He's always watching. Always. God doesn't sleep. On the other hand, I love me some sleep. It'd be exhausting being God. He don't ever sleep. But you know what? That's good though. That just shows how much we can depend on him, because God is always aware of what's going on. And all you have to do is call out and say, God, help me. Like right now, he know I need money. It's coming. It's coming. So I'm just going to have to keep being patient a little while longer. But when I have my shirts and other refined ones, Refined by the Fires merchandise come out, I want to do courses. I used to paint. I want to start back painting again. I used to paint paintings and bowling pins. I want to restart doing that again. And I have a couple of things. I have ideas for some free stuff I will give out for you signing up on my mailing list. So, yeah. Yeah. So, it's all good in the hood. I love my hair. The movement is so. I asked Miss Sheila Hickson was my stylist, and she was like, "You sure you want your locks cut?" I was like, "Yeah, they too heavy." And since I had stopped doing maintenance, because you're supposed to retwist them at the roots when they get fuzzy, and I had just stopped doing that and was just going to her to have interlocking done. Well, interlocking was good, but I couldn't not do maintenance in between interlocking. So my head be looking all fuzzy. I was like, oh my God, I need my hair interlocked. But no, I could have twisted it up to go in. You're supposed to go between your interlocks. You're supposed to twist it to maintain it yourself. But I wasn't doing that. Being lazy. And I learned my lesson though, because my roots are so thin. I felt like the heaviness of my locks was gonna eventually pull my hair out. So I found a hairstyle. I was like, I want a bob with my shaved side. So she had a new guy in the shop give me a cut, and because normally she does it, and my husband maintains it in between. But I had her. I took a picture. I sent her a picture of a lock bob, and told her I want this short coming round to this so it frames my face. And then it just happened to curl up the way I sleep in my silk cap at night. It curls up, frames my face. Yep. But that's all for now. Thank you for listening. Stay tuned. Please subscribe, like, and I'd like to know, what did you guys do for New Year's? We didn't even do fireworks this year. I had COVID for Christmas night through Saturday. And I didn't go to church the next day because I didn't want to it's a lot of older people in the church. I didn't want to expose them. So I didn't go to church Sunday. But this Sunday we went to church. And I was able to, I love giving cards. That's something special that people appreciate. And they were so surprised. I was like, this is a Christmas card. And I handed out the ones the Sunday before I went to church. I handed out Christmas cards for Christmas. And I'm glad I did. And since it was the next day, the day I got sick. And then I didn't go last Sunday, but this Sunday, when I went for the first Sunday, I was able to finish handing them out because a lot of people wasn't there the Sunday before Christmas. So I was able to finish handing them out, and people really appreciate. And some of the people that I didn't even know their names, but I knew. I described them on the envelope, and I said, excuse me, I don't know your name, but like one lady's name was Denise, and I said, to the grandmother with the beautiful daughter and the adorable grandson, because I know she goes to church, and her daughter with her toddler son, and he's adorable. He's adorable, but she got a kick out of the description that I wrote because I didn't know her name. Her name is Denise. Hi, Denise. But the people whose names I didn't know, like I know this couple, I see them a lot, and they've even went to set up for the back to school festival that we had, and they were in charge of the water, and I was about to pass out. I went over there. I was like, can I have some water? And they were like, well, it's not cold. I was like, I don't care. So I got me a bottle out of that. I never forget them too, because I equate them to being the water people at the back to school fest. But and they got a kick out of it too. I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't know y'all names, but I know your faces. And they didn't take offense to it, but it was just like, excuse me, between the brain stroke and I don't know, my memory just is not there. Names just don't stick. Now Denise, I remember her name from now on because that's part of my name. My mama came up with, my name is Renee, Denise, and Felicia. So Denise is one of the names in my name, so I remember that from now on. But Like her daughter, I don't remember what her daughter's name is. And her grandson, I don't remember what his name is. But if I know somebody else's name like that, that'll give me a mental clue. But it's all good. I'm loving my life. I feel good. Do, 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 do. You know that you would. But, okay. I'm going to let you guys go. Enjoy the rest of your day. And love you. See you next week. This is the pre-episode 1. This is the intro. The 2024 intro. So get ready for my next episode next week. Bye. Stay blessed.